we have given fractional equation. First, let me copy our example. We have 5 plus 2n over n is equal 2 over 8 plus 2 over n. Because we have fractions, first, to get rid of these fractions, what we can do, we can multiply both sides of our equation by the lowest common denominator. We have n, 8, and n. So the lowest common denominator will be 8n. So we have to multiply both sides by 8n. Because we have fractions, so I will write 8n over 1. So now, what we can do on the left side, n with n we can reduce. So it will be 1 and 1. So now we have to multiply 8 times 1 is 8, and now we have to multiply 8 by this whole expression in parentheses. We have over 1. So over 1 it still will be the same, so we don't have to write. So it will be only 8 times 5 plus 2n on the left side, this is equal, and on the right side, every expression in parentheses we have to multiply by 8n over 1. I didn't see that we can reduce here 2 over 8. We should reduce, will be 1 over 4, but let's forget about this. I multiplying times 8 over n, so 8 will reduce, so we'll have 2 over 8 times 8 over n over 1 plus 2n times 8 over 8n over 1. So now we can reduce 8 with 8, n with n. So we have to copy left side, and we can also do multiplication. 8 times 5 is 40 plus 8 times 2 is 16n. This is equal, and now we have 2 times n is over 1, so it will be 2n. 2 times 8 is 16, over 1 is 16. Now we have to combine the like terms. I will move 2n to the left side and 40 to the right, so we will have 16n minus 2n. We have to change the sign. We have positive, so now it's negative, and we have 16 minus 40 was positive, so now it's negative. 16 minus 2n is 14n. This is equal 16 minus 40, so will be negative 24. Now we have to divide both sides by 14. 14 and 14 we will reduce, so we have that n is equal, and 24 and 12 we can reduce. The greatest common factor will be 2, so 24 divided by 2 is 12, 14 divided by 2 is 7, so we have negative 12 over 7. Next we have to check if the solution is correct. How we do this? We have to substitute every n in this equation by negative 12 over 7. First, let me copy our equation. We have 5 plus 2n over n. This is equal 2 over 8 plus 2 over n. So now we will substitute n's by negative 12 over 7. So we have 5 plus, because we have multiplication and we have fractions, so I will change 2 to fraction also, 2 over 1, times we have negative 12 over 7 over negative 12 over 7 in denominator. This should be equal, we have 2 over 8, so this is 1 over 4 we can reduce, plus 2, and we have over negative 12 over 7. So next, we cannot reduce here anything, so we have to multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. But first is 5, next we have positive times negative, so it will be negative. 2 times 12 is 24 over 7, and we have negative 12 over 7. This should be equal, we 1 over 4 plus, and we have division. We have number 2, so we will change 2 to fraction. We have division sign and negative 12 over 7. So next I will change this to mixed number because it will be easier to do subtractions. So we have 5 minus 24 divided by 7 is 3, and 3 over 7 over, we have negative 12 over 7, so this should be equal 1 over 4 plus, and when we have division of fractions we have to copy first fraction, change division sign to multiplication, and flip the second fraction, so it will be negative 7 over 12. We have multiplication, so we can reduce 2 with 12 will be 6, 1. So now 5 minus 3 will be 2, and we have 2 minus 3 over 7, so I will take 1 from 2 and 1 will stay, and 1 I will change to fraction because we have 7 denominators, so I will write 7 over 7 minus 3 over 7. I subtract 3. 5 minus 3 is 2, and now this 2 is 1, and 7 over 7 is still 2, but now when I have this fraction it will be very easy to do subtractions, and we have over negative 12 over 7. So this should be equal, we have 1 over 4, positive times negative give me negative, 1 times 7 is 7, over 1 times 6 is 6. So now on the left side we will have in the numerator 7, the same denominators, so 7 minus 3 will be 4. So we have 1 and 4 over 7 over negative 12 over 7. This should be equal, and to do subtraction we need to have the same denominator. So the common denominator for 4 and 6 will be 12. So we have 12 in the denominator. In the first denominator we have 4, so we need to multiply 4 times 3 to get 12. The same I have to do with the numerator, and 6 I have to multiply times 2 to get 12. Whatever I did with the denominator I have to do the same with numerator. So we have 1 times 3 is 3 over 12 minus 7 times 2 is 14 over 12. And on the left side we have division. We will change this mixed number to improper fraction. So I will write now this here. So we have 7 times 1 is 7 plus 4 is 11. We have over 7, and we have division because this main fraction bar needs inversion. Divide we have to by negative 12 over 7. So this should be equal, and now we have here the same denominator, so we have to copy the denominator, and we have to subtract numerators. 3 minus 14 is negative 11. So on the left side we have division of fractions, so we have to copy first fraction, change division sign to multiplication, and we have to flip the second fraction. Negative sign will stay, and we have 7 over 12. This should be equal negative 11 over 12. So now, because we have multiplication, we can reduce 7 with 7 with 1. So 11 times 1 is 11, 1 times 12 is 12, and positive times negative give me negative. This is equal negative 11 over 12. Left side is equal to the right side. It means that n equals negative 12 over 7 is solution for our fractional equation.